Hi, everyone. Welcome to the HPMAT5 sensitization meeting for mentors. We are holding this meeting because sometimes we're not all on the same page, and we want to make sure that all our mentors are on the same page. They know their expectations, they know how things are done. Rashida and Lara are also going to be presenting. And if I go off for any technical reasons, because I'm having a few technical issues, then Rashida will carry on for me. So first, let's type in the chat, why mentor? Why do we need to be mentors? Let's start the conversation. So type in the chat, why do you want to be a mentor, or why mentor at all? I'll be expecting your responses in the chat. Can you still hear me and see me? Can you hear me
yes,
and see me?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Okay, please type in the chat, why mentoring? So welcome to those that are just joining in. We're just sharing our thoughts on what mentoring is all about. So I want you to type in the chat, what is mentoring? So somebody says to educate others and learn from them too. Thank you. Guidance and support. For sustainability, we need to cascade what we know to build up future generations. I like that. Collaboration. Thank you, Modupe Lola. In order to, where was that one? To give back to society and pass on your experience in your field of expertise and also gain more of that. Great, thank you, Lara. Cynthia says, add value to lives and learn more. I like that. To create a group of educators with practical skills to move education to the next level based on practical 21st century skills. Thank you, Walter. All right. Thank you very much. Now, I'm meant to go on to talk about the Together platform. I'm having some technical hitches, so I'm going to pass over to Rashida to talk about the pre-mentee assessment that we do. What's the first thing you do when you meet your mentee? So I'll hand over to Rashida while I try to get the Together platform ready. Thank you, Rashida.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. So the very first thing that we would want to do when we get our mentors is to try to build rapport. We want to have a sense of friendship, a sense of knowing who the person is. And there are a number of ways to do this. And for me, the best way, I think, is just with a quick message telling them how excited you are. And then you try to find time for a call. So it could be a Zoom call, it could be a WhatsApp call, or even a normal call, depending on whatever suits you better. And then, of course, you learn their goals, you find out about their goals. And there's a form that we normally share. I'm not sure if it's here, I'm just going through, to help us to get the goals of our mentees. So that form gives them the opportunity to write down some of their short-term goals, their long-term goals, and other aspects. So let me quickly see. I thought I had it. Yeah, here it is, the pre-assessment form. I'm hoping it's showing clear enough, but you're having their name, their dates, the location, where they work. So these are some things that you would have discussed earlier. And then you send this to them. They have time to think about it, and they fill it out and they send it back to you. There are a number of ways that this can be done. Sometimes you can actually type on an image in WhatsApp. So some of them do that. Sometimes they can just write out their answers, type it out and send it to you on WhatsApp, or write it in a journal and also take a picture and send it to you. I encourage my mentees to keep a journal so that they're writing in their journals, and sometimes they copy those journals onto the WhatsApp messages back to me. Sometimes we use the WhatsApp chat itself as a sort of journal that they can refer back to. So this is the pre-assessment, and you're going to be talking about their vision. Where do they see themselves in the next 1 year, 3 years? So you can decide. Here it says pick one time frame, but I normally give them 2. So I tell them 1 year and 5 years, so that we're having a gap. You can decide to do 1 year and 10 years, depending on how much you want your mentee to really think about what he or she is doing. And then, of course, you start off on reflecting on their leadership skills, because part of why we're doing this program is to build leadership. It's one of the 4 core skills. I don't know if we saw them as they were coming up, but I'll probably review them again just as I round up. We want to build leadership skills, and we want these mentees to start thinking about who they are as leaders, or what the ideal leadership skills are. And there's also another component we send to them on leadership skills. So they can read through this document about leadership skills and see where they fit into. They can choose what type of leadership skill or leadership style best describes them. Do they see themselves as visionary leaders, as coaching leaders, as directive leaders, as collaborative leaders, as affiliative leaders? What type of leadership do they see themselves best fit in? So they fill this, they choose the 2 that they identify with the most, and then they also go on to their own traits, their strengths, and then their weaknesses, basically the areas they want to improve upon. They start to contemplate this, and you give them, sometimes I give them like 24 hours to fill in the form and send it back to me. And that is going to be the basis for our very first official meeting, after the brief call to just get to know each other better. What are your hobbies? Would you mind sharing about your family? You know, just things like that. So that is the pre-assessment that we're all going to be expected to send to our mentees when we get them. They're all teachers, they're all black belts, so there's no really baby amongst us. And in some instances, you find out that your mentee may even be older than you, your mentee may have more years of experience than you, but you're here on this journey together just to try to help that person develop. And just like a lot of people in the chats put, you find yourself also developing along with that person, thinking in new ways that you never thought of before. I've had mentees that made me think, and I'm like, wow, I didn't think of this from this aspect. You've brought you shed new light onto some of what my ideas of the past. So basically, that's the pre-assessment form that we're expected to give our mentees. And then this is the form that we start off our discussions with, and we're also talking about leadership. So I'm going to scroll, just look at some of these things that we're expected to do. We're going to talk about relationship, digital inclusion, success mindset, leadership, gender equity, and then you are not restricted. So this document, everybody's going to have it, and it just gives us a guideline for what we're supposed to do month by month, but we're not restricted to what's on this document. When your mentee writes out their goals for you, you can then decide together to design something that would help that person to really achieve those goals. You can decide, okay, based on your goals, why don't we do this in addition to some of these courses and other things like the HP Life that Lara will be talking about. But what is key is to try to sort out the timeline so that you don't run out of time, and then to try to make sure that you are actually meeting up to the expectations of your mentee, and you can ask them, oh, this is what we're supposed to do this week. Do you have an idea? Can you do it in a shorter amount of time so that we're doing other things that are not on this schedule? So you can expand as much and as you really want to, and you can slow down in some cases if you realize that, oh, this month is over, but we're not yet done with some of the things that we're supposed to cover in the month. So I'm going to be stopping here. Miss Fatima, I don't know if you're ready for the
Yes,
Together
thank you,
platform.
Rashida. Can you hear me?
You're welcome. Yes, ma'am, we can.
Was great. I really like how you introduced the mentee and mentor relationship. It is really based on relationship building and finding out what experiences they have and where they want to go. I remember the last mentee I had, and I was saying, oh, you're a black belt. Do you remember the Girl Rising course? Do you remember the HP mentorship? And I said, no. How did you become a black belt? We all used to do it together. I just used to copy my colleagues. I don't really know much about that. So I said, well, you need to go and read up on the Girl Rising course because we're going to be talking about this. You need to go and read up on the mentorship by HP. So there's a bit that says review the HP mentorship course. They can go back and look at it. They can go back and look at the courses because it is meant for black belts, but maybe they've forgotten, maybe they didn't pay attention to certain things. And then, like you said, what do you do? Are you a businesswoman? Are you, as well as a teacher? Are you a mother? How many children? Start the conversation, start building a rapport, get to know the person, especially when you're fixing the schedule. Which one is going to work for you? So there are three options, really. There's the half an hour every week, 1 hour every 2 weeks, or the 2 hours once a month. So you can negotiate how busy you are, what days are okay for you, and you go on from there. So thank you very much, Rashida. I'm going to ask Lara to explain the HP Life courses. Lara, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I'm really excited about this program. It's something that gets me excited. And, as educators, we need to keep on developing ourselves, our careers, and even also learn from others and so on. So this HP life learning, it's a whole lot. I'll just briefly tell you a story. I once had a school that I established, and I ran the school for like 7 years. And then at the peak, at the end of that 7th year, was when I came in contact with 1 million teachers. And so by the end of that academic session, many things. Then when I started these HP mentor and teacher, the first mentor I had then, Mr. Smart, gave me this link to the HP Life platform. So I went through it and I saw so many interesting courses. And I thought to myself, if I had known at least half of what I'm seeing on this platform, I'm sure I could have saved my school from folding up, because I saw so many things that were lacking in my leadership ability and all of that. And so on that platform, we have strategies for start up a new business and innovate and so on like that. So I went further to take some of these courses and I discovered that, wow, if I had come across this while I was still running the school, I'm sure this information would have helped me. And so it's very important. Not only that, I think I used one of those in the last HPMAT program, and it was really engaging. We used the success mindset and we went through it step by step, and it really helped us. It did. Even myself, it helped me set goals, break them down, and all of that. And we saw the potentials in us and what we could achieve either in the short term or long term. And these courses, mentors, we could use some of these topics, some of these courses, along with the topics that have been given in the HPMAT program for each month. We could use them, to ensure that we have a very engaging and interesting mentorship program. It's really awesome. So just go to the link, click on it, and you see all the courses. They are all free, and then you get your certificates and so on. I think I've done like 6 or 7 of them, and I'm still going. And I know there are enthusiastic educators amongst us that are also going. So please, it's very important. Let's go to it, introduce your mentees to it, and see that you both developing in this mentor a teacher program. It's really awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lara.
All right.
Now, something new that we introduced last year was the Together platform. This is new because before then we had to record the mentors and mentees and match them manually. I'll be sitting. Rashida also helped me matching people, and then they came up with this app that could automatically, the mentees get a choice to choose their own mentor. And also it's is good for logistics as well. It can tell us how many mentors are there, how many mentees are there. It also has lots and lots of information about mentorship. So it's really, really helpful. And I am going to be showing you this as soon as I can sort out my Zoom, because it can't work on a phone. It has to be a bigger screen. And I'm hoping to share my screen with you. In the meantime, Rashida, can you please talk about the HP executive meetings? Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So I will be talking about the HP executive meetings, but before I do that, I just wanted to try, I was trying to do it while Lara was still speaking, to show us how we can get access to the HP Life trainings. The easiest way, you can Google the website and get it. But if you get to this, for every month, we're all going to get this PDF document. And for every month, the PDF document has clickable links that can take you to these places that we need to be. So this one says additional link, HP Life Leadership. So you just click on it and it will open the HP Life Leadership platform. Please, can someone confirm that you can see the HP Life Leadership platform on my screen? Or are you still seeing the slides? Okay, great. Thank you. So excellent, excellent. So once you click on that, it takes you here. You tell your mentees to log in or to register. So I already have details, so I'll just log in. But for those that don't have yet, they would find a place where they can actually just register for the first time. And it's very easy. You just put in your name and your email password. You create a password for it, and then you can get access to the courses. There are recommended courses here, the Effective Leadership course, for example. But apart from these recommended courses, there are so many other courses. I think I'd like to give a shout out to Prince Patrick here. He has done, I think, all the courses, if I'm not wrong. Prince Patrick, how many courses have you done on the HP Life?
All, ma.
Oh,
all.
yeah. So he's done, and that would be at least 12 courses. I'm sure they're up to 12. He has done so
No,
many.
no.
Mr. Smart
Yeah.
has got, Mr. Smart is the champion. Oh.
Yeah,
Mr. Smart, are you there?
Mr. Smart,
Hello,
are you
ma.
here?
Mr.
Yes.
Smart Owara,
I
how
am here,
many
ma'am.
have you done?
The leader.
I've done all of them. I have all the badges.
So how
You've
many
done-
badges are there? How many badges are there?
We have 6 badges.
Okay.
That's for
I thought
each
they were
of
so,
those ones. Yeah,
yes.
under each course, under each badge, you have about 6 courses. So
Right. So
Together
there's
we
a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn, and they're also very important. Well done. And Ms. Halima has also done all. I think most of those in Kano were motivated to do all. Thank you, Mr. Smart, for, kicking us off on this journey. For me, initially, I was just restricted to the ones that were recommended, but there are so many others. Now, HP has done this, giving us access to this, and we should take the full benefit of it. Apart from this, HP is also giving us some access to Workspace. There's also a module that talks about the HP Workspace. So let us try to key in. But the very important one is that HP values this partnership. They're not just giving us, okay, that's the HP Online Assistant I was talking about. There's a month to look into that. So we as mentors should try to explore these things thoroughly so that when we're putting our mentees through, it will be easier. But one thing I love about being a mentor is that for every year or every batch I mentor, I become more, I kind of experience new insights. Oh, so this thing is here I did it last year, but we didn't get up to this extent with this particular mentee. And the next session I do it, I find out a little bit more. But I'm mentioning all of this so that we as mentors can explore it to an extent so that we're not confused when we're sharing with our mentees. But there's nothing wrong with learning together with your mentee. We've also done that in the past. The HP staff have also decided that they're not just going to leave us alone with some of all of these resources. They are willing to be there for us. So I think it's once a month, if I'm not wrong, we have one of their executives come to talk to us for 30 minutes on a topic that would also help us to boost our leadership skills. I know we had one topic on emotional intelligence. We've had a wide range of topics, and these are short and sweet, 30 minutes. It doesn't take too much time, but we find a lot of times that we are not as many as we should be. So for example, we have about 200 mentors, but when we have our meeting to the HP team, they're saying just 30 of us. And then they're wondering what's happening, where is that, why is there a gap between the people that registered and the people that are showing up? So we have to keep on showing up in our black belt spirit. Let's put it in mind, and that's why we're mentioning it especially now. Let's take note of those dates. We're going to be sent the dates ahead. Let's take note of the dates that the HP executives are going to be coming to us. They normally ask for our experiences, our challenges, and they bring in experiences from other parts of the world, from their own management experiences that some of us have not seen in our micro schools. But when they talk about it, we're able to actually bring it back to our context. Or sometimes when we move from a smaller school to a bigger school, we're able to bring that experience that we got from the HP executives and share it. And these are people that are very busy in their own field of work. These are people that could open consultancy firms and charge in dollars, and people would scramble to join them. So please, let's put it on in our calendars once we get the dates. Let's put it in mind that we want to be part